So I did a Google search. How do I plan for retirement? Almost all the results that came out talked about money. Not one mentioned health. So I went back into the search bar and typed again, how do I plan for retirement regarding my health? I got even more results talking about this healthcare cost and that healthcare plan and this extra plan and that extra plan and the second plan. All about money, still talking about money. Not one of them mentioned how to get healthy so that when you eventually retire, your body is able to enjoy the benefits of retirement. Hence this video. So let's get into it. We have been told to plan for retirement. I mean, Google search just told me right there. Money, 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 money. We've been told, okay, put this amount every little bit into your savings account every month. Invest in stocks, invest in all of this stuff. Keep a nest egg. All of those different things. What if we save all this money and then we retire, but we're too sick to even enjoy it? What is the point? So this video is going to be talking about ways that we can stay healthy. We have to start investing into our health, investing into our bodies, investing into our future. Because when we retire, our future self is going to be depending on us, relying on us to have made the right choices. So just as we go ahead, putting a little bit into that savings account, a little bit into stocks, a little bit, we have to start now. A little working, a little exercise, a little eating healthy, a little sleeping better. We have to start now and start investing in our health so that when we retire, when we are older, our health will be strong. We will be able to enjoy the benefits of retirement and enjoy all the money that we've saved and enjoy everything that we've saved up, this nest egg that we've kept. We will be able to enjoy this instead of spending all of that money on healthcare. So, as a nurse, I have worked with the older population and people who have retired. And one thing stands out all the time. People retire and soon after they fall sick. Why is it? Why is it this way? That is because when people prioritize money, saving money, I'm not against saving money. I'm all for it. But we also have to prioritize our health. When people prioritize saving money and they put all this time and all this effort into money, 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 and don't invest anything into their lifestyle, their bodies, their health, the body just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. By the time they get to that retirement age, their body is tired. It is tired. And that is why somebody who was once healthy and was strong, once they retired, the next thing you know, they're sick. They are the doctor every other day. They have this problem, they have that problem. And because the body just says, I give up. I've been with you all this while. I've been there through thick and thin. Now I cannot do it anymore. I'm tired. And so the body gives up and then they start to face one health problem to another. I've always thought that the way things are going, increasing cost of healthcare, that it might be a good idea for me to relocate outside the US when I retire. But whenever I have that thought, the first thing that comes to mind is, well, will you be healthy enough to relocate? What if you're sick? What if you can't walk on your own? What if you have some kind of chronic illness that can only be managed in the US? Then you cannot relocate. That is a very humbling thought because it restricts my movement. It restricts my ability to do whatever I want to do after I've retired. I don't think anybody wants to retire and be sick and stay home and be stuck somewhere just because of their body has failed them. And even if I relocate to these new places I want to go, do they have a good healthcare system? Do I have friends to hang out with there? If I were to fall sick, do I have somebody to take me to the hospital and bring me back? This is why I really like this idea of reinforcing your body, investing in your health. Because when you're healthy, these problems are reduced. You are able to relocate after you retire because your body can handle it. because you don't have any major illnesses. You can just get up and go. You can start a new life. You can start afresh. You can do something that you've never done before. But you need to be healthy first. So let's start investing in our bodies. We have no choice because our future self is relying on us to get this right. I also want to talk about loneliness and social isolation. When we retire and as we get older, sometimes we start to lose loved ones sooner than we expected. Parents, spouse, siblings, uncles, aunties. Losing them reduces our social pool and can create that feeling of loneliness. Also, retirement means leaving behind your co-workers at work, the people you spend maybe every lunch hour with, the people you see every day, the friendships that you formed over the years. After you retire, sometimes you might not be able to keep up with seeing those people anymore, and so the social pool gets even smaller. So we have to start now to try and broaden our social pool. More friends, meaningful friends, volunteer in church, do things that are meaningful to others so that they want us around all the time. We need to do this so that when we need help, when we need someone to talk to at a later time in our lives, we have someone to talk to. We have someone that is willing to give us a listening ear. We don't want to be old, alone, retired, with no one to talk to. It's really very sad. As a nurse, I've seen this several times. I would make a home visit to a patient and they haven't seen anyone in days. I am the first person walking through the door and I only have about 30 minutes to stay with them. Hey, how are you doing? I checked their blood pressure. Have you had something to eat? Sometimes they don't even have anyone to go grocery shopping. I have to go grocery shopping really quickly for them. So this is why it's so important for us to build social connections while we're young, while we can, and maintain them with people who we can trust, people who we have the same shared beliefs and shared values, not just our husbands, not just our kids, but more people from church, outsiders. We have to do this because as we get older, our social pool is going to shrink, and we're trying to do everything we can to make sure it doesn't shrink too much. So I want to end this video by saying that many of the things that can help us stay healthy in retirement can be started today. A daily walk, not even if you can even do it daily, it can be every other day. Sleeping better. I, for one, have started going to sleep 10 p.m. every night. I'm no longer staying up to 12. My body needs to rest. Preventive health care, going for your checkups, managing your blood pressure, managing your blood sugar. If we can just implement these habits, make them a routine, over time they can add up and help us get to our final goal of having a healthy body when we retire. So if you found my video useful, please share, and also please like and subscribe and leave your comments down below. Let me know, what are you going to do to try and get healthy for your retirement? So with that said, bye-bye.